think I found it. The worst movie of all time. Yeah, I'm calling it here and now. The worst movie. This. Oh boy. This was terrible beyond everything that I could ever conceive of terrible. Here we go. The Garbage Pail Kids movie. But I may as well give you a little history for those of you who don't know. The Garbage Pail Kids was originally a trading card deck that was released in the 1980s. Children would pass them around pretty frequently, but it's not like the cards had any character or depth or story. The cards pretty much had the characters, and that's it. And yes, this is considered by many to be one of the worst movies of all time. So, please brace yourselves, because it's gonna hurt. It starts at an antique store. And the antique store, surprise, surprise, has this garbage can in there. You know, this is just a nitpick, but they're called garbage cans, not garbage pails. I don't care how it looks. It's a can. Okay, I can understand why the garbage pail is shaking, but what about everything else? So after 2 minutes of nothing, we cut to the next day where we see our main character, Dodger. What is up with their fashion state? Like, when did this movie come out? Oh, well, that explains it.
Okay, creep, gimme.
What the heck? This guy looks like, he's like, in his preteens, but these guys are like in their 20s.
You're running out of time, creep.
No, please.
Little baby gonna cry?
Not even the Outsiders did that.
Drop him.
So, yeah, I'm supposing this is a great lesson for children. Get them angry first 4 minutes in. That was the most fakest laugh I've ever heard in my life. She wasn't even trying. Dodger goes to the antique store and he's visited by his boss called Mr. Captain Manzini.
You smell like a fire.
Wow, what a name. Captain Manzini.
Come, boy, in the world today.
Dodger tells Mr. Manzini about the fight, but he only seems to speak to him in motivational speeches. Now, I swear this is gonna sound stupid, but the main bully and the leader of that group we saw earlier, his name is Juice. I'm not kidding. How about if you call the police, Mr. Manzini? This kid was attacked. I'm not joking. Dodger was assaulted and had money stolen from him. What is wrong with this man?
Have you ever heard of Pandora's box?
Never heard of Pandora.
Right, clear that stuff. According to legend, all the troubles in the world were once squeezed into one tiny little box.
Oh, you got it?
Along came this nosy little girl called Pandora, opened it up, let them all out.
I don't understand.
Think of this as Pandora's Pail.
One, I think that'll only tempt him more. And two, why don't you tell him what's really in there?
That's pretty cool. Tangerine! Hey, Tangerine! You got a...
That's her name. Juice's girlfriend is named Tangerine. Hey, sir, I would like some tangerine juice. Where is it? Can you help me? Oh, they're right in front of me. They're video characters. Really? I could go to the grocery and I'll make so much more sense there. So Juice and the gang find Dodger at the antique store as well as his girlfriend, and for some reason Tangerine actually tries to stand up for him. The gang member slaps him against the shelf and the garbage pail begins to fall over.
Oh, yeah, like an elephant blew his nose.
Made a monkey out of this kid.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna send the scuzzball on a little journey.
Oh, come on, Juicy baby, no. Let's go play. What are you gonna do? Oh. Why don't you just leave me alone?
Shut up. Get down.
What are you doing? Why don't you just leave me alone? Don't touch me! What is wrong with you?
The gang takes him down to a sewer and they unlock a pipe that drains sewer water all over Dodger. The CIA.
See you later, creep.
After Dodger is retrieved from the sewer. Oh boy, what do the garbage pail kids look like? I wonder, like, how do they make them look outside of a drawing? I mean... Ah! When did the Cabbage Patch Kids become more violent? Those are hideous!
Let's see. Yeah, looks good too.
Oh my god, are those blood vials?
Don't! That's poison!
Hey, drink the red and you'll get dead.
Poor little guy, open up and have to have a shot. Hope you can help him. This'll make him wake up.
Guys, I'm sorry, but this is what they look like throughout the actual movie, and you have to watch them for like an hour and a half. I'm not kidding.
You okay? Should've took a bad fall. What are you?
I know what they are. Deformed monsters.
You let them out. You let them out of the garbage pail.
I don't know what happened, honest.
You don't?
Hiya, Captain. Long time no see.
All right, children. We've had our fun. Come on, back into the garbage pail.
No way!
That pail be jail.
Anyhow, Dodger is introduced to the Garbage Pail Kids, and they really have no personality outside of either being racist, gross, or bland. That nerd just peed his pants. Let me guess, this is a running gag throughout the whole movie, isn't it?
Hi, I'm Valerie Bonnet. Thank you, didn't I?
Back into the pail. You must at least promise me that you will stay with the normies.
What are normies?
Normies. They're normal people.
We got to hide from them.
They hate us. Yeah, they think we're ugly.
Ugliness is not in a mirror. Ugliness is cruelty, meanness of spirit, greed. To be blessed with unusual features is an adventure.
I think what he's saying is actually true. Once Dodger gets a break from the kids, he goes back to that tangerine chick, and it turns out she's actually selling clothes. And yes, guys, believe it or not, the only thing that even comes close to a plot here is, yeah, the kids can sew, because they look like sewers, don't they? They really do.
Sure. So what do we do when we get there? What do you mean, like how do you sell the clothes? Yeah.
Wait a minute, she waited till nightfall to answer that question? Yeah, don't tell her to play any waiting games anytime soon.
You start at the highest price you can find. Look at the clothing. It may or may not have tags on it, and... What are you doing?
Now let's eat.
Maybe we should keep looking. Yeah, look.
That's it, let's eat.
That sounds good to me. It's pig out time. Yeah.
We don't have any money.
Oh.
No problem. We'll carve out an IOU.
Yay, I am going to give a kid a pocket knife. That is a brilliant lesson for the kids. You know what else is a great lesson? Stealing a Pepsi truck. As they drive away, they run over Juice's car.
What the heck was that?
I think we hit a bump.
What have you done in my car? What are you, crazy?
Okay, that must be the strongest truck in the frickin' galaxy.
Hey, we're the Pepsi generation.
I'm so sorry, Pepsi. I am really sorry.
Bubblegum.
Yeah, toasted hot dogs. Taste like toast.
You got a one-track mind.
I got a fast track mine. Hey, pass some mustard.
Pass the onions and garlic.
God bless you.
Ellie, you ate my burger.
Say yours?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Prove it.
I can't. You ate the evidence.
Yeah, tough toothpaste.
Nothing happens here. It's like they just left the camera on.
What's the matter? My tummy hurts. What did you eat? Everything. That'll do it, all right.
Oh my god, these voices are so annoying. Remember how I said these kids can sew? I mean, even Dodger finds this jacket ridiculous. Like, look at it. I mean, how can you fashionably find this right? I mean, oh my god, Rarity from My Little Pony would faint over that. How hard could this be?
Hi, Tangerine. Wow. Where did you get those clothes? That is some coat.
Rarity, can you punch this girl in the face?
I made it. So, how many outfits could you have for me by, say, Friday night? Outfits? Oh, I want at least a dozen. And of course, I can't promise you that I can sell them. A dozen? Well, obviously, you're an amateur. Well, look, I could try. You could try. You could try. Well, why don't you go try right now? Now? Look, obviously, you're not serious. Oh, I am. I'm real serious. I'll go to work right now. When can I see you again? Friday night. That is, if, of course, you have enough stuff to make it worth my while to try to help you. I'm on my way. Dodger, be careful! Look out for Juice! I'm too happy to die.
Oh my god, what else are you gonna throw into this trash heap? First you have the alligator eating human fingers, eyes, and toes. Now you have something like this.
Hey, guys.
Yo!
What time is it? You were right. Tangerine loved the outfit.
Chicks is chicks. And I know my chicks.
Oh yeah, after being trapped in a garbage pail for multiple years. Yes, you know your chicks.
But I got another problem and I need your help.
What do you want?
I need more clothes. A dozen more, at least a dozen outfits, and I need them
It's gonna take a while.
by Friday.
In 3 days.
No way. We only have one machine.
But there's gotta be some way.
I got an idea. Go on home, kid.
Yeah, kid. We're gonna put it to a vote. We'll give you our answer over breakfast.
Kids decide to make more clothes for Dodgers, and suddenly, no.
I ain't gonna work for free. Tell me what's in it
Can't
for me.
even believe it. They actually have a song.
Come on, kids, take a shot. Show them what we really got.
And darn it, I actually like this song. I do know that this song is just terrible. Also, look at this. Their lips never sync up during this song. At all. And let me just say that, you know, these characters are singing about working together while they're stealing equipment from this sweatshop.
So come on, guys, though it ain't smart, we'll borrow tools to do our part. Come on, hey, step up. Hey.
Work it out and do your best. Don't give up on your success.
I'm gonna do this. Hi ho, this movie's gonna blow. Hey Dodger, are there parents, homes, or schools of yours that you have to report to? No, we'll just leave that out the window. There's no context behind that. Oh, so you're like one to judge. At least you're not watching the Garbage Pail Kids cartoon. Oh my god, please do something. This scene thankfully doesn't last long as they decide to go out and see a movie in a theater as they try to walk outside the antique store and among the normal people. Is that the Three Stooges? Okay, what movie shows the Three Stooges anymore? Like, the 1940s showed the Three Stooges shorts. Wendy, Winston, and Alligator decide to go to the toughest bar in the world that is literally called the toughest bar in the world. I'm really surprised at what man wrote this.
Besides that girl, what else on your mind?
You.
Me?
Yeah, all you guys. I'm worried about what's gonna happen to you.
I wish I knew.
We're scared. Scared our friends are gonna die.
Well, where are your friends now?
We don't know.
We just can't find them.
We think they might be locked up somewhere in a really terrible place. In the state home for the ugly.
Stay home for the ugly. I can't believe people would make a place like that.
What?
Home for the ugly. I can't believe people would make a place like that.
What?
Home for the ugly. I can't believe people would make a place like that.
You can't expect me to take this seriously. A state home for the ugly? You guys can't be that lazy. It's like going to a dog pound. You can't expect me to take this seriously. Basically what happens here is that Dodger and Manzini find the state home for the ugly, where they plan to break in one night and break all the ugly people out. But it has to wait, as the other plotline of the designer clothes is going on as well. After Dodger finally reveals the kids to Tangerine, she decides to secretly come up with a plan to have Juice capture them. Why? So she can take credit for the clothes that they made so she can display them in her show. You do know that you need the kids to make other clothes, right?
Why don't you just whistle for your little freaks, creep? Huh?
Double-cross them. No, you did. I just gave Juice the key. Where are they? Where? Stay home for the other.
I really want to know what his impression of acting is. So after they're taken to the state home for the ugly, they are locked away with all of history's hideous treasures like Gandhi, Abraham Lincoln, and Santa Claus. Seriously, I weep for that man writing this. So after they break out people from State Home for the Ugly, they go to Tangerine's fashion show to teach her a thing or two. Once they get to Tangerine's fashion show, they want to get the clothes back that they made. And how are they going to do it? Are they going to cut the dresses into ribbons or strip them off the models, exposing their almost totally naked bodies? I'm ripping off Doug Walker here, but there was no other way I could come up with it. But really, is this movie for kids, or is it PG-13? This is not for kids. Final showdown between Juice and Dodger. You do know you're beating up a 12-year-old man. After the battle, Tangerine decides to make amends with Dodger, but apparently, with all the stuff she's done to him, it don't do it for him anymore. Then Manzini tries to wish the Garbage Pail Kids back into the pail, but they run away into the night. And that's how the movie ends. Oh yeah, this is it. This is the worst movie of all time, guys. Let's review. The characters are some of the most horrible I've ever seen. The Garbage Pail Kids are just bland as anything, and when they're not, they're either trying to be racist, gross, or mean-spirited. Dodger, the main character, is nothing more than a love interest for Tangerine, which is wrong on so many levels to begin with. Manzini does nothing at all other than just speak motivational speeches and never helps Dodger. The Garbage Pail Kid's appearance is nothing more than a bunch of animatronic heads that look like they were specifically designed to scare children. And this movie is not for kids at all. It's gross, it's violent, it's disturbing. The humor is incredibly mean-spirited. The plot is very boring, and the concept isn't much better. Basically all about these kids sewing dresses for a fashion designer that would be better off in the 60s. There's no talent, effort, or anything put into this of any thought at all. So yes, here's my rating for this movie. The song is just my preference. So, what do I think of this movie? Fail! So yeah, that's my review of the Garbage Pail Kids movie. Let's hope you can sleep tonight, and I'll see you in the next one.